Hey everyone, and welcome! If you've ever dreamed about starting your own stock market YouTube channel right here in India, then you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down the complete blueprint for success. We're taking all that complexity and turning it into a simple step-by-step roadmap. All right, let's get into it.
But first, we need to talk about something serious. Why do so many new finance channels, ones that start with so much energy and passion, just disappear after a few months? It's a story we see all the time. They have the market knowledge, but they hit a wall, and they hit it hard and fast.
And here's why. It's because they're fighting a war on three fronts, completely unprepared. First, there's the YouTube algorithm, which honestly feels like a puzzle with no solution. Then, there's the non-stop pressure to churn out amazing content. And finally, you've got this legal minefield of SEBI rules that can shut you down overnight. Without a clear plan, it's almost impossible to win.
But that's exactly why we're here. We're going to give you that plan. First, we'll decode the algorithm. Then, we'll set up your 5 essential content pillars. After that, we'll map out how you're going to make money. We'll navigate those tricky SEBI rules. And finally, we'll put it all together in your very own success blueprint. All right, let's kick things off for Section 1. Look, before you can win any game, you have to understand the rules, right? For us, that means we need to get inside the mind of the YouTube algorithm. This isn't about getting lucky. It's about knowing exactly what signals to send it.
So the very first signal, and I'd argue it's the most important one, is your click-through rate, or CTR. It's actually pretty simple. Imagine YouTube shows your thumbnail to 100 people. If 5 of them click on it, boom, you've got a 5% CTR. Getting people to make that first click, that's your first battle.
Okay, so this table basically lays out the entire game plan. For CTR, you're aiming for that sweet spot between 4 and 8%. Next up, average view duration, AVD. The goal is to get people to watch at least 40% of your video. Then you have return viewers. Is your content good enough to make people come back for more? And finally, session time. Does your video make people stay on YouTube longer? If you can hit these targets, the algorithm will start pushing your content like crazy. And hey, if you want more deep dives like this to help you grow, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Okay, moving on to Section 2. So you know what the algorithm wants to see, but what in the world do you actually create? A great channel isn't built on just random ideas you have in the shower. It's built on a solid foundation of reliable content pillars. And here it is, the golden formula. This content mix is really the secret sauce. About 35% of your time should go into market analysis, another 25% for deep dives on specific stocks, and 25% for pure evergreen education. The last bit is for news reactions and engaging with your community. This mix is designed to keep both the algorithm and your viewers happy.
So to make this really practical, let's look at that big 35% chunk, market analysis. Here are some absolute bangers you can start with. A weekly Nifty outlook is your bread and butter. Sector deep dives, like for IT or banking, always do well. And of course, making videos around the union budget or quarterly results can give you these massive traffic spikes. This is the stuff that gets new people to find your channel.
All right, things are looking good. You're getting views, your audience is growing. But how do we turn this passion into an actual income? Let's talk about the money. This section is your step-by-step guide to actually monetizing your channel.
This timeline right here maps out your entire financial journey. When you hit 1,000 subscribers, you have one goal: get into the YouTube Partner Program for ad money. At 10,000 subs, you start adding affiliate links for brokers. By the time you reach 50,000, brands will start reaching out for deals. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Make sure your business email is easy to find on your channel's About page. That's how they'll find you. And once you cross 100,000, you can start thinking about creating your own premium courses. See, it's a ladder, not a lottery ticket.
And if you're wondering why this niche is so lucrative, just look at that number. That's your RPM, what you earn for every 1,000 views. An entertainment channel might get, say, 50 or 100 rupees, but in finance, we're talking 150 to 500 rupees. That's because advertisers will pay top dollar to get in front of an audience that's interested in investing.
Okay, everyone, I need you to lean in and listen really carefully now. This is, without a doubt, the most important section of this whole explainer. You can get everything else right, but if you get this wrong, you could lose it all. We have to talk about SEBI rules and legal compliance. This part is absolutely non-negotiable.
This sentence on the screen, I want you to memorize it. Burn it into your memory. This exact disclaimer needs to be in every single video. Say it out loud, put it in your description, think of it as your legal shield. It makes it crystal clear that you're an educator, not a financial advisor giving direct tips.
So, to keep it simple, just follow these 3 golden rules. 1. Use that disclaimer every single time. 2. Always disclose conflicts of interest. If you're talking about a stock that you own, you have to tell your audience. And 3, this is the big one. Never, ever give direct buy or sell recommendations with price targets unless you're SEBI registered. Always frame your content as analysis for educational purposes.
All right, let's bring it all home in our final section. We've cracked the algorithm, we've built your content strategy, we've planned your monetization, and we've covered the legal guardrails. You now have the complete blueprint for success.
And this really shows the transformation. Before, you were probably just guessing, making random content, and maybe even taking on some serious legal risks without knowing it. But after this, you have total clarity. You have a strategy. You have a clear path to grow your channel safely and sustainably. It's the difference between being a hobbyist and a professional. Now, if any part of this sparked a question, please drop it in the comments below. I promise I read every one.
So I'll leave you with this final question. We're done with the theory. The entire roadmap is right in front of you. The only thing left to do is to start. So tell me, what is the very first video that you are going to make for your channel? And before we sign off, here's that final mandatory reminder. This presentation is for educational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice. I am not a SEBI-registered analyst. Please consult a certified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Thanks for watching.